Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Chris Reads His Blogs. Today I'm going to be reading my blog post about comfort in the unknown. Let's dive in. Leadership often finds itself at the intersection of truth and fallacy. For those of us in engineering or quality focused roles, this challenge is amplified. Many organisations just expect cookie cutter solutions, plug and play models that apply universally without friction. But as any experienced leader will tell you, the realities of navigating complex systems, teams, and goals rarely align with such expectations. When stepping into a leadership role, I'm often met with the same assumption that I'll bring a tried and tested playbook of processes, strategies, and tools that will seamlessly map onto the organisation. This assumption isn't inherently wrong, it's comforting. It certainly is reassuring. But fallacy lies in the idea that context can be ignored or that agility can be achieved without iteration. And this leads us to a choice of two things. Either we lean into the fallacy, present a polished but inflexible plan to gain buy-in, but it comes at a cost, retconning and course correcting when reality inevitably misaligns with our promises, or worse, delivering suboptimal value by adhering rigidly to a plan that doesn't serve the organisation's real needs. Or we choose the truth. Accept the discomfort of acknowledging unknowns upfront. Focus on building resilience to navigate uncertainty by accruing context, iterating and appraising along the way. This is the foundation for achieving optimal long-term value. The second option is my compass. It aligns with my belief in empiricism and the importance of uncovering information, not just applying it. But truth requires courage, and leadership audiences like heads of engineering, CXOs and directors, they need to hear why embracing the unknown is essential, even if it feels uncomfortable. And this goes into a really early blog that I found some sort of 8 years ago by Del Dewar on the testing and checking synergy, and I strongly recommend you go and take a dive at it. It still helps me sort of explain information uncovering in testing. And testing is an information uncovering tool. So Dell's reflections on the synergy between testing and checking, they offer a valuable metaphor between broader engineering or for broader engineering strategies. Checking confirms what is already known, while testing explores and uncovers what we don't yet know. Similarly, leadership involves balancing operational execution, checking, with strategic exploration, testing. Seriously, go and look at this. He drew up some of these images and there's a little quote here. If you're not testing, you're not uncovering information. And if you're not uncovering information, you're simply confirming nothing more than speculation about what your product may or may not do. And there's an enormous amount of information that you don't or may never know about your product. I use these images where I go. I find them helpful for us to sort of discuss what we can do here. And Dan Ashby has dived further into this in some of his models. Really go and have a look. When we design systems, whether technical or organisational, it's tempting to operate within the bounds of known knowns. However, as Donald Rumsfeld famously noted, what truly challenges us are the known unknowns and, more critically, the unknown unknowns. Good testing and good leadership require deliberate processes to uncover these blind spots. In practice, this means framing leadership and engineering work as an iterative exercise in information gathering. It's about moving beyond what are we doing today and what do we need to learn and what might we be missing. Now I said that wrong, so I'm going to say it again. It's about moving beyond what are we doing today to what do we need to learn and what might we be missing. Comfort in the unknown comes from creating a system that thrives on uncovering information. Another key influence here is the idea of psychological comfort in the unknown. Informed by research into agility and resilience, when leaders create environments that embrace uncertainty, they allow teams to be more innovative, adaptable, and aligned with changed business needs. This isn't about pretending the unknown doesn't exist, it's about giving teams tools to navigate it. This is where systems thinking comes into play, as described in discussions on iterative and evolutionary strategies. Rather than prescribing static solutions, effective leaders ensure their systems can evolve based on the feedback that they gather. Iteration isn't just a technical principle, it's a cultural one. As a leader, my goal is to help organisations move through this Rumsfeldian hierarchy of knowledge. Start with what you know. Identify what you don't know and build processes to uncover insights about what you didn't even know that you didn't know. This progression isn't linear, it's iterative. Each cycle adds layers of understanding. For engineering leaders and CXOs, this principle extends to decision making. It's not enough to chase efficiency at the expense of learning. It's an increasingly complex world of distributed systems, AI-driven testing, and cross-functional dependencies. It's critical to prioritise information flow as much as output. So here are some key takeaways for engineering leaders. 1. Certainty is a myth. Build systems that thrive in uncertainty by prioritising iteration, information gathering, and resilience to adapt. 2. Balance checking and testing. Confirm what you know while deliberately exploring what you don't. 3. Uncover blind spots. Use tools and frameworks like Rumsfeld's known unknowns to identify gaps in your strategy or execution. 4. Create psychological safety. Comfort in the unknown comes from fostering an environment where teams feel empowered to experiment, fail, and learn. And 5. Align systems and culture. Evolutionary systems require an agile culture. Empirical leadership bridges the two. Ultimately, leadership is about guiding organisations through a shifting landscape. By choosing truth over fallacy and focusing on building on comfort in the unknown, we create systems and teams that are not only resilient, but also capable of delivering exceptional value in the face of uncertainty. What do you think about that? How do you feel finding comfort in the unknown is in your place? Do you feel like it's safe? I'd be really keen to hear what your thoughts are on this, and let's chat some more. Until next time, see you later.